Hi guys, welcome to some more Real Talk Dog Talk. I'm Tori.
And I'm Barb.
For those of you who haven't joined us before, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
And if you are a regular listener or emailer or both, we love hearing from you. Keep those emails coming in. It gives us some great ideas.
Yes. So, today, guess what today is?
Friday.
Well, it is. But it is our 30th episode.
Woohoo!
I know, pretty excited.
Gosh, doesn't even really feel like 30.
It doesn't.
Wow.
I wasn't even really thinking about it, and I got the last episode on, and 30.
We're at 3-0.
3-0. Dirty 30.
That is super exciting. Actually, it really doesn't seem like we've done that many, but gosh, I've learned so much since we've been doing this.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's actually really interesting things that we can get out to other people. So, we want to thank all you guys out there. Some of our regular listeners probably have heard us really make some massive dunders.
It's been a trip.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I mean, from bad audio, sounds like I'm talking into a soup can, to
trains,
dogs barking.
Yep.
Who knows what? I mean, we really appreciate everyone hanging in there and helping us kind of get through our flaws onto our improvements.
Yes.
Which hopefully we can keep improving.
Yep. You can always go up.
Yep.
So. Well, okay.
You can go down, but we don't want to go there.
We're hoping to keep
going
keep it up. Yeah.
So that's super cool that we're that far along. And actually, we've also been growing a little bit here.
That's right. We've got the podcast is now on Apple, Amazon, Castbox, Spotify, and GoodPod also. So we've got it out there on several platforms, so you can check it out on any of those.
That is actually really cool too, because I think, I don't think you can ever really learn too much about dogs, especially if you're, you have a family, you're bringing dogs in there, you want to be able to make it a happy situation, not a negative one.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, this is really great information, and like I said, I've learned so much, it's like you just want to share whatever you can kind of come upon, so.
Oh, for sure.
That's really awesome that we're getting, not only are we getting the information out there, number 3-0, but we're also putting it on more platforms so people can hear that.
That's right. I'm super excited about it. I've learned a lot. I learn stuff every day just from my own dogs.
I know.
They teach me all sorts of lessons. So,
yeah, Enzo was trying to get, he was actually turning on the sad eyes to Tori while she's eating her breakfast pizza this morning.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't work on me anymore.
Yeah, she's on to him now.
Mm-hmm. You have to just not look because they're very good at it. So
he's especially good at it. You can tell because he's kind of chubby.
Yeah, he's clearly starving. Yeah.
Right. Well, that is awesome. We are at number 30.
Yes.
The big 30 for our podcast. Yes. Thank you for listening and stick with us because we're still looking for improvement. So.
And we always got something to say.
Yeah, it's kind of a problem sometimes.
It is, but not here.
That could be a whole nother conversation.
It could, yeah.
But today's conversation, is about when you should get your puppies. At what age?
And I really like this topic because I've heard a lot of different ages. People just talking to different people. Pretty wide range for puppies. So I think it was really good to get a handle on,
what's acceptable and what is not.
Exactly, yes.
Well, I hear, one thing that frustrates me is I hear people say, they got this dog, it's a little bit of a problem, won't sit, won't lay, won't place, won't walk decent on a leash. And, you get talking to people and what they'll say is, yeah, I got the puppy when he was 4 weeks old because the lady who had him said that the mom rejected him and wouldn't feed him anymore. Or I got the puppy at 6 weeks because the mom wasn't taking care of it. Well, do you know what that is?
I believe that's weaning, is it not?
Yes, it's weaning and lazy people.
Yep.
All moms start to wean their puppies between 3 and 5 weeks of age.
Yep. Elsa's a solid 4 weeks.
Yes, she is. So when they start weaning them, then you need to start introducing them to a mush.
Yep.
And the mom will always supplement fluids, but she at that point won't be the primary source of nutrition.
Right. And they're still caring for the puppies.
Yeah.
They'll still, clean them up, and they're, Elsa, I think she's a great mom.
She is an excellent mom, and it is like clockwork. 4 weeks, she kind of starts being done with that feeding them business. Mm-hmm. But you think about that, and that's when the puppies start getting, their nails are getting a little harder.
Yeah.
Their teeth are getting a little harder, and they're starting to be a little,
rambunctious.
Titties get tender.
Yeah.
So, crude but true.
Well, they're already tender, and then you get those razor claws in there. It's like, oof.
Yeah, so it's, that isn't the mom rejecting them. It's the mom weaning them. And anyone who's trying to get rid of puppies at 6 weeks old because the mom isn't doing the work to take care of them, that is where the breeder or original owner should be stepping up to do the care.
Right.
Because the mom isn't going to take care of them forever.
Right. And I think sometimes, people, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think sometimes people get into breeding thinking it's just super easy, and it's actually quite a bit more work than I think what a lot of people, because you do have to help take care of the puppies at a certain point.
I think you are actually correct. I would agree with that 150%. Everyone's like, oh, cool. Hey, let's breed these dogs and make a lot of money. But it involves taking them to the vet.
Yep.
And if you're keeping them up to date on shots, or if they have anything, some people take dew claws or dock tails. Anything like that is extra trips. And when you're taking, anywhere from, a small litter of 4 to a bigger litter of 12 or whatever the number might be, it takes a day to, get the dogs ready, get them to the appointment, bring them home, get them settled back in.
Yep.
So you've got vet appointments to deal with. You've got a ton of laundry to do. Those little babies are eating and pooping it right back out.
Oh, yeah.
You have ones that are escape artists. You got to keep an eye on them. I know Gabby at one point was constantly going underneath furniture. She would not stay in the pen. It was ridiculous. She'd get stuck.
Yeah.
So, they're like babies. You got to keep an eye on them, make sure they're not chewing on anything. There's no cords that they can get a hold of.
Yep.
It's like having, 10 babies.
Right.
So, it is a lot of work. You got to keep their bedding clean and their bed, the area that they're in, whether it be a kennel or a whelping box, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work. And on top of that, I would hope everybody out there that has puppies are looking for good, responsible homes, loving homes.
Yeah.
It is just a lot of work. So I think when people hit that 6 week mark, they're like, if I can get them out of here, they're going.
Right.
They're gone.
Yep.
That's it. I'm done.
Well,
can't happen.
If you're going to take on that, kind of responsibility, you need to stick with it through the end, because, that can cause problems for the mom and the babies, and that's not fair for any of them.
Now, at Primo Corso Kennels, they used to have a dog named Itchy.
Oh.
And she was a pistol. She always had just a little extra fire to her personality.
Oh, yeah.
And when she had her litter of puppies, she did wean them.
Yes.
But she did not want to quit playing with them.
Oh, I think she was looking at those babies like, I just made a whole bunch of friends for myself.
Yeah. When they were pretty little, she would stand over the whelping box with a squeaky toy in her mouth, looking down at them like she wasn't sure who could play yet or not. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what her thought process was, but she'd stand there for a couple of minutes and then drop the toy on one of them.
That one
And
looks
you'd hear
pretty
a
strong.
little,
Yeah.
and it wasn't the squeaky toy.
Right. That's and it was super adorable too. I mean, she was ready to play with them, and
She loved playing with them.
it was
Yes.
super cute.
Yeah. She loved those babies. But we did have, the purpose of the, Primo Corso kennels is to place the puppies in good homes, so she didn't get to keep them.
No, she didn't. She was fine, but
Actually, Ziggy is from her.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. He looks.
And he has a little extra zing to his personality as well.
He does, and her eyes.
Yes. You can
He's
just
got
see her eyes in that. It's adorable.
So stinking cute.
But, so, that's kind of my rant, is people trying to get rid of puppies, because the mom, I'm doing air quotes,
Yeah.
abandoning them. That's not true.
No, they're
The
doing
mom-
their job.
Yeah, the mom is raising them how the mom should be raising them.
Right.
But some breeders actually keep the puppies up to 12 or 14 weeks
Okay.
for socialization purposes.
Yeah.
And when they, you always think of socializing as in interacting with people, but they actually learn from the age of 3 to 5 weeks, they learn socializing with their own litter and their mom.
And is that help with like the nipping and stuff? I've heard people talk about puppies nipping too much.
Yeah, it can be helpful with that because they just learn when is too much.
Sure. Yep.
If they're playing with their mom and they're being too much, the mom's going to give them a little nip on the nose or the butt and say, hey, that's enough. And they learn that through their litter mates and they learn it from their mom.
Yeah.
So it does help with that. I mean, that is not ironclad. You're always going to have dog, puppy that's a little bit of a nipper.
Yeah.
That maybe was perfectly socialized.
Right. Well, and I would imagine too, with the litter mates, it's like, oh, that does hurt.
Well,
Yeah.
it can help with appropriate play behaviors. So they do learn, you can't be mean, with the other ones.
Yeah.
And also it helps them to learn to communicate with each other.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, also one thing it does is, and I don't think people really think about it, but it does help with some just basic impulse control.
Oh.
And they learn to kind of hold back and when to play,
Yeah.
Mom teaches them that, and so do their litter mates. And you might think that getting that puppy younger is awesome. They're going to let us have it at 5 weeks old. But it can actually cause some behavioral issues for that puppy. And, honestly, getting them young and having those problems arise, it's just better to leave them there and eliminate the possibility of having that. I'm all about preventative handling of dogs, but it can cause a lot of different behavioral issues and temperament problems.
Well, and as exciting as it might be to get your puppy and say, "Oh, I'm going to get the puppy early," honestly, you're going to be more frustrated with the issues that may come about from that, and it's not going to make training that fun, I would imagine.
No, and actually, difficult, I guess, learners or difficulty training can arise from that too.
Yeah.
That's one of the main problems that can happen. They can also just be fearful. So that might make it harder for them to learn because they're just afraid.
I suppose being brave against their litter mates and stuff, just building up that confidence.
Yeah. They can also have problems being highly reactive or like resource aggression, guarding their toys or their food.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. And I'm not sure why. I think, they talk about dogs being aggressive. I suppose that could happen just because they don't have the learning of their litter mates around to teach them, hey, you don't do that.
Right, and their mom, too. Elsa's pretty good about momming them.
Yeah, she is retired.
Yep.
Primo Corso Kennels does not overbreed their dogs, and Elsa is 7.
Yep. Yeah, because Enzo's 5 now.
Mm-hmm. So she is fully retired, headed to the vet for her permanent surgery at some point here in the very near future. But these are problems that, you'll hear people saying, I don't know why they're this way. Another reason that actually it just kind of popped into my head, and it's not even on a list.
What?
It's just in my head.
What?
I know.
Oh my
I
goodness.
know. There's a lot going on in there. Sometimes you don't want to know.
Probably.
So, if you have a hard time looking at this cute little fuzzball that is just so adorable at 8 weeks old, that you have kind of hard time, training them, teaching them, don't be naughty, that sort of thing. You get them at 6 weeks old and they're even cuter.
It's going to be that much harder to put your foot down.
Exactly. So, that could bring on a whole different line of problems.
Oh, yeah.
And to do that is, kind of setting yourself up for failure.
Right.
Because you're going to have a hard time putting your foot down with that little tiny baby.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's hard when they're 8 weeks old or 10 weeks old because they are just adorable.
Yep.
But getting them even younger is going to be even more of a roadblock for you as the owner and the handler, the trainer, whatever you might be.
Yep.
So, that's another thing that kind of popped into my head is people who, bring them into training that really haven't done much with them because they didn't put their foot down with their puppies. And that's just one more reason not to get them quite that young.
Yeah. Well, I had that, with Enzo, or he's mature now, we'll say that.
You mean old?
Shh. He was, but I can tell you what, cutest puppy ever. And
He was adorable. Well, he's cute enough now.
He's cute now, too. He's just old cute.
Hey.
You're old cute, too.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But I totally get it, too.
Hey, I want to be old the bomb.
Well,
Really big bomb.
Daytrick thinks you're the bomb. You're the boss of everybody, in his opinion. So,
Well, he might be right.
yeah. Well, if he's mad at me, he says he's gonna call Grandma, and I'm like, you know what? Hey, I am your mom. He doesn't care. Grandma's the boss. So,
Well, don't tell him.
yeah.
But I don't know everything.
He's
I'm
pretty
not
sure
the
you
boss.
do.
I actually do not like being the boss. So, not to break away from Daytrick here, but
No, yeah.
another thing I was thinking is I think I had read something on keeping the dog too long.
Oh, yes, actually, I found some things about that as well. Yes. Getting a puppy too late when they're a little bit older is actually can cause issues with socialization, behavioral problems, and caused mostly by, established habits that, where maybe they're kept in a kennel and they don't have the socialization with the other dogs after their litter mates have gone. It's going to cause problems with training because they've already kind of passed part of that early training window where it's a little easier to get them to, adapt to your lifestyle and things like that.
Right.
So.
Well, I think in terms of, and I know I have a few things that I know I talk about too much, but bonding.
Yes.
I think, there's an age where it's really important for a dog of any breed that they should be with their chosen person, whoever
Yes.
it is, to have that bonding and connection happening.
Oh, yeah.
And it just seems like, and maybe it's because we deal with, my dog of choice is a Cane Corso,
Yes.
and they do build a strong bond with their family or owners.
Mhm.
And it just seems like if you keep any dog too long, you're missing that bonding age where they really want to connect with a person.
And, this breed specifically, like you said, they really kind of need that because they want, they want their person. That's a,
Yeah.
almost a need for them.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I think you know, if you have that bond, I'm not saying get your puppy at 6 weeks.
Right.
My opinion is 8 weeks
Yep.
is ideal.
Yes.
And I would say up to 10
Right.
weeks. And that's kind of the range, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is best. And I just feel like that bonding isn't really there if, you know, you get too old. And I'm not
Right.
saying you can't get an older puppy and save it and everything's great.
Right.
I have, you know, Primo Corso Kennels has, you know, sold puppies when they're a little bit older and it's worked out great.
Oh, yeah.
But generally with people who are very committed to making that work too.
Right.
That they want to apply themselves to that puppy.
There's gonna be some extra work there.
Right. And then some people just are naturals, honestly, with
Yeah.
their dogs. They just kind of,
Yeah.
they just click, and that's great to see too. But I think that's some really crucial bonding time that you miss if you wait too long to get the puppy.
Yes. I mean, Jim, he was, how old was he when I think 4?
Well, maybe.
When he didn't like me. He sat across the couch from me and just stared.
Side eye.
Yeah, he was like, not this girl.
This isn't my home.
Who did this and why? So we bonded now, but
You know, I know this is kind of stepping back,
okay.
but one thing that I really didn't mention when we were talking a little bit about, you know, getting your puppy at 6 weeks. One thing is that the puppy should never ever leave its mom until it is fully and consistently on regular food.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, if they are not sustaining themselves with eating,
Mhm.
then they shouldn't leave.
Well, and I think I read somewhere that actually, you know, the weaning process can be kind of stressful for the puppies. So being with their mom and litter mates helps kind of deal with that stress.
Yes.
Um,
You know, there are some states that actually have requirements as far as ages for when you can let dogs go.
yeah,
And typically it's right around 8 weeks
yeah,
for most of them.
that makes sense.
I did not look up every single state
Sure.
and check it out, but over all the ones that do have legal requirements, it's right at 8 weeks.
I found roughly 15 states, but I also did not go, and I'm not sure which states those are.
What?
I know. I didn't make a list.
You did? I thought you were trying to outdo me.
No. No list here.
I love my list.
Yeah. They are helpful, I'll admit.
It can be helpful.
Yeah.
Yes. We like to keep the notebook companies in business.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Notebook for everything.
I've got about 5, I think, for everything we do. So.
And I know everyone's saying, you could just put that on the computer.
I don't want to.
Yeah, we are not technology kind of people, really.
So see why we're very excited about doing as well as we are here.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. We made it to 30.
Yeah, this
30
is pretty stinking good. Okay.
for 2 people, and Tori's doing she's my IT lady, so she does great.
It's tough.
I know. I'll give you a raise.
Sweet.
Double it.
Ow. Stop. Just stop.
Also, something that I guess I wasn't aware of, but in my reading I found that, the states that do have laws saying you cannot sell puppies underage,
Yeah.
that actually does apply to like retail stores, breeders, and pet dealers, which
Okay.
I don't know, that term pet dealer seems kind of sketchy to me.
Yeah, what exactly does that... Maybe we should Google that term and
Meet them
see
in the
what-
back alley and
Yeah, it
take some
kind
money for a puppy.
I'm not sure if I would go to a dog dealer,
I don't think I
but
would. But it actually does not include nonprofit shelters.
oh, I suppose there's probably a few different situations that could go on in
Yeah.
that type of facility.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So, shelters, nonprofit are a little bit different deal. They aren't out making money on these puppies, so I'm sure that's kind of the,
Well, I hope that people who are going to that type of thing are knowing that they're going into a situation where they're going to have to put a little more effort towards the dog.
well, I would think so, especially if you're dealing with shelters.
Right.
Shelters are pretty good if they're legitimate and, ethical. Shelter, they're going to keep you informed and help you out with what you need as far as information and just support. So
Yeah.
you should be able to get all the information you need from that shelter if they're legit.
Yeah.
Now there are some reasons that, and not all breeders do it, but some breeders like to wait past 8 weeks. And I think a lot of times you have to take into consideration the breed of the dog. I mean,
Yeah.
there are some dogs that need their moms more than others. So that might be a breed that, a breed situation might be one reason that they would keep them longer.
I found a fun fact.
Oh, what's
Now
that?
that we've gotten to this part, I've been itching.
Well, let's hear it.
Maltese puppies should be at least 12 weeks.
Oh,
And that's in when we were talking about the states that require 8 weeks.
yeah.
That's the 12-week for the Maltese.
Oh, why is that?
I'll put it nicely. They develop more slowly.
Oh,
So,
they're stupid.
yeah. I mean, they're wonderful.
Oh, I hear the emails just rolling in on that one.
So, they just need that extra few weeks to develop some maturity, and interestingly enough, their bladder is more developed at 12 weeks as well, which was interesting.
Well, hats off to you Maltese owners.
Yes.
You have got to be patient, amazing people.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. It was an accident. Happy accident.
Yeah.
Found that one just...
Yeah, I did not know that.
I wouldn't... I guess I wouldn't have even guessed that there was... I kind of lumped all
Yeah.
8...
Well, and that's why you got to look at the breed that you're getting. I think there was something, I'm trying to remember it, about working dogs.
Oh, yes. Actually, we were talking about that before. I found... I was reading, and with working dogs, some of the breeders, actually a lot of them, will keep the puppies up to 16 weeks with the mom and litter mates just to help with... it helps with their training to kind of get them going a little bit more on the right track with
So,
that.
like, if they are like a herding dog or guardian, like
Yep.
a Great Pyrenees or something along the lines of out in the... So
Yep.
they learn from their parents.
Yeah, yep. So it just gives them a little bit more direction when they do actually go to their home that they can, kind of start out on the right track and...
Now, that goes against my not breeding, that goes against my bonding
Yep.
thinking, but I definitely can see where that would be a benefit.
Well, and I think too with like the working dogs, I think people who are having their dogs work, I think their priority is more the job
Right.
than bonding. I think that's atrocious. But it is
that's
what it
'cause your
is.
dogs live on the couch with you.
They do. They do. Oh, I got Tito up on the couch. He's consistent about it now too. I'm like,
Awesome. So too, I think the breeders also take into consideration, if a puppy is not as strong or healthy, maybe a little bit on the small side, just the overall development of the puppy, if it's not quite where it should be, they might opt to keep that puppy a little longer to give it time to grow.
now is that I now that you've said, a question came to mind. With some litters, I know, would that be like maybe the runt of the litter or like?
I don't necessarily think it's the runt.
Okay.
Because I've seen some pretty hardy runts. I'm sure if they're frail or just aren't growing as quick, you might want to, the breeder or person that has the puppies
Mm-hmm.
might just feel better letting that puppy
Oh.
grow a little bit more before they send them off to a new home.
Can people choose to leave them with the breeder longer, or is that kind of depend on where you get the puppy then?
I think it is. I think they all breeders have their own rules on that. No breeder wants to end up with puppies with no homes.
Yeah.
So I think they'd have to have a discussion about that if maybe the person isn't comfortable with taking the puppy at that age, or I know some breeders actually charge extra if they have to, like a boarding fee,
Oh, yep.
if they have to keep the puppy beyond the date of pickup. And I think even some of them have limits on how long they will keep them. But I think that's a discussion you'd have to have with the person you're getting the dog from,
Mhm.
and see where they're at with their rules and requirements. And to be very honest, just my opinion, if I felt like somebody was apprehensive about taking a puppy at a younger age, say 8 weeks, because they're not comfortable,
Yep.
that would make me question whether they are really committed to having the puppy.
Or ready to have one in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that would kind of be a discussion for the person that is placing the puppy and the person that is buying the puppy.
Yeah.
I do know that some breeders, if their puppies are going to be traveling a distance on an airplane or just through delivery on ground,
Mhm.
they'll keep the puppies longer
Oh.
so that they are up to date on vaccinations, and also so that they're developmentally and emotionally a little bit more able to handle the stress of a long trip.
Well, that makes a ton of sense. Yeah.
And the shots are a big thing to stress, because I know with honestly, they can get sick from distemper and parvo is something that they don't even have to come in contact with the dog. It can just be in the transportation
Oh.
vehicle, whether it's a plane or a van or car, whatever it might
Yeah.
be, stopping to go potty, anything like that. So definitely getting them up to date on their shots before they go anywhere.
Huge deal.
Big deal there.
Yeah.
And then too, they are a little bit more confident and comfortable with their surroundings. If I think honestly, an airplane would be seriously traumatic.
Oh my gosh, I can't even. I don't want to go on one. I wouldn't want to be a dog in the cargo pit of one, or.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they are in the cargo area. I don't know if they have a designated area for like dogs, cats, whatever to
Yeah.
be stored.
I've only seen on the movies, and you know how accurate those are.
Yeah, they're really, really accurate.
Yeah, they
I'm
are.
sure.
Yeah. So.
But I know when they're transported by ground,
Mhm.
generally they're private transporters that will take multiple dogs,
Oh.
so to make the trip a little less expensive for any one dog. But when you do that, you're exposing those dogs to other that puppy
Right.
to other dogs. I mean, it's like they're exposed to dogs they don't know,
Yep.
behaviors they're not used to,
People.
people who they've never met before, who are
Mhm.
taking them in and out of a kennel
Yep.
to go potty, I'm sure.
Yep.
And I mean, the whole thing is very. I don't think, if I were a person sending a dog off to another state,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would ever use an airplane.
No, I don't think. No.
That would not be my choice. But I would use the transporter.
Oh yeah.
Typically, I think you kind of get, references as to good ones, bad ones, that sort of thing, cleanliness of them.
I think I've seen a picture of a dog transporter cuddling with one of the transportees.
I think you really need to get, references for that type of thing. But the dog has to be exposed to a lot of things that has never been exposed to.
Yeah.
So I think really keeping them a little longer if they're going to be transported makes some sense to me.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
So, I guess in a nutshell, I would have to say my opinion is 8 weeks.
Yes, I would agree with that. That's what, since I've been, getting dogs on my own and all that, 8 weeks has always been a good, no earlier than that.
Yeah. Well, and I think if you're uncomfortable with the person that you're getting the dog from, I think if that area of it, you're not sure when to get the dog, when not to get the dog, what they're telling you. I think if you ever have questions, it's great if you have dog trainers in the area.
Yeah.
To, talk to them, see what their opinion is, or even your own vet. If you have a vet that you are familiar with, that you've been to before, that's a really great resource too, as far as, if you're at all unsure of who you're getting the dog from.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if you're really uncomfortable with who you're getting a dog from, it might not be the best dog situation all around.
Right.
You might want to rethink the who.
Right.
Of where it's coming from.
Well, and any decent trainer or vet is gonna willingly help you out with that information, because they'd probably rather give you the information up front than have you bring in a puppy to them that's
full of parasites.
Yep.
No shots. Sick.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you're getting a puppy at 4 weeks, they don't get shots till they're 6 weeks old.
Oh yeah.
So that is a big risk right there. And then that makes me question, are they getting treatment for parasites? Because you need to do that when they're little. And then if they come from a litter, they do typically, not everybody does like a combined fecal test to see if there's any parasites. So, I mean, really, in 4 weeks, I don't think all that can even get done.
Well, and haven't you had people have requested to see puppies before they've gotten their shots? Is that right?
Yes.
And that's a no-go.
Well, I think for any breeder, that's a tricky question there, because you're inviting people who you don't know where they've been to come onto your property, and they could easily bring germs or other diseases.
Just from stepping in some, right?
Just walking around.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard, because there's so many scammers out there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And it makes it very hard for any legitimate breeder to say, you can't come and see your puppy because, of germs.
Oh, right.
That immediately seems like a red flag to anybody who's been ripped off or is concerned about being ripped off. And that's so unfortunate, because the ultimate goal for any breeder is to provide a healthy puppy.
Right.
So you can't have, and then once you get those germs and the disease in your your dog area, your property, you could have someone infect a puppy and your whole litter's gone.
Yeah.
So that is such a tricky question as to whether you should, do you let them come and see the puppy? You're running the risk of them saying you're a scammer. You won't let us come see the puppy. I'm not giving you a deposit. That is super unfortunate to hear anyone say that, because although I understand the scamming end of it, they should also be thinking in terms of their puppy staying healthy.
The breeder being responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know FaceTime is something, as I've said before, we're not very big on technology, not because we're against it, because we're stupid.
Right, we just don't get it yet. Okay, we're working on it.
But I know I've had, a lot of conversations about people using FaceTime to see their puppies.
Yeah.
And that's a great option. I think that's really awesome, but I don't, that would be tricky for me.
We'll have to.
If I were, showing a puppy to somebody, that would be.
Well, and you sent tons of pictures. I mean, always send when somebody's got a puppy and they're very excited about it. I mean, the amount of photos that go out, I'm sure.
Well, any breeder that is legitimate is going to want you to see the development of the puppy as it's growing.
Yep.
So, I mean, a lot of people, want those updated pictures. It's not always possible because, when you get past that, 5-6 week mark, it gets really hectic with a litter of puppies. It's not something that anybody is just sitting around, eating bonbons and watching soap operas,
Right.
It's just a lot of work at that time. So it's very hard to, say, hey, every week someone's going to get you a picture. You hope that can work out. Doesn't always work out, but that is one option as far as being able to see if the puppy is, growing well, or even if it's legitimate, because Scammer's not going to have updated pictures.
Right. They'll have like a stock of pictures that they can only use so many. Yeah.
So that was a really long answer.
Tricky question I asked.
I think, one thing I would say to people out there is when you're dealing with buying a puppy from a breeder, don't discount them because they don't want you to come see the puppy physically, because that is something that, anyone who has multiple dogs and has to keep them all healthy, they're going to be concerned about what is coming onto their property.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. It's kind of that's actually not a hard question. It's the scammers that make it so difficult.
Right. Which really, that does suck for the, good legitimate breeders, because they're really just trying to make sure you have a happy, healthy puppy.
And that their additional dogs, breeding dogs, don't get infected with something that's brought on. It's a really hard, the scammers make life hard for everybody. It's just very difficult. I'm sure it's hard when you're getting a new puppy. I mean,
oh yeah.
I have multiple dogs, and quite frankly, anytime the prospect of getting a puppy comes about, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, people are just excited when they get a new puppy, so it's hard to wait.
Yeah, I get it. I actually don't like puppies, but
you are an unusual person.
I think they're adorable. In short doses, it's fine. But
Tori'd like all her dogs to bond with her, be potty trained and trained by somebody else.
Right.
And be acclimated to the life of a couch potato.
That's right. Yep. I don't like puppies. I mean, they're adorable, don't get me wrong. But
they are super cute. I don't think I have ever seen a puppy that's not cute.
It doesn't matter what breed. I mean, they're adorable. They're all
Puppies
super
are
cute.
Kittens are cute. I don't even like cats.
They are super. They are.
They are.
They are. I stole a cat once. A kitten.
Sounds like another podcast. I'm going to have to create one for...
Criminal. Crime Life.
By the Wendells?
Crime Life.
No. Let's not do that one.
No. It's too much.
We're good people.
Yes, we are.
Let's see. So,
the fundraiser.
Yes.
What about it?
Well, we are pretty much at our goal.
Woo!
Of $200. Well, 200 downloads for
dollars. Downloads for dollars.
Yep, downloads for dollars. No money out of anybody's pocket. Just download one of our episodes on this podcast.
Or more than one. That's fine too.
Yep.
Love that.
Yep. And we will put out of our own pockets $1 in the jar.
Yes.
And we are going to our goal was $200. So we are going to be taking dog food up to the Roseau County shelter and help them out. They say they don't get many cats, so they'd rather have dog supplies than dog food.
Yep.
But I don't know if I really mentioned it to you, but I was thinking,
Oh boy.
since we're doing pretty well with the downloads,
Yes.
I was thinking about extending it another week.
Okay.
And thought maybe if we could get like 50 more
Okay.
downloads for $50 more dollars,
Mm-hmm.
we could maybe get some other dog things like digestible bones
Ooh.
or
Something more treat-like.
yeah,
Something more fun than...
or even a couple of tennis balls, you know,
Yeah.
something for them to play with. Obviously, they're probably going to be a little bit more confined than if they live in a house.
Right.
So I was thinking like a toy or two or something.
I like that. Yeah. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
so we're going to go on with that for one more week.
Yes. All right.
And see where we get at that point.
Nice.
And then we'll be doing a countdown at the end of the week and let y'all know where we're at.
I love it. I can't wait.
I'm excited to see how it goes as well.
Well, so by next week, guys. All right.
Yeah, that is our goal.
Yep.
Next time we're going to be talking about dreams. Do dogs dream?
Well, I've got at least one very
What
large.
do they dream? Why?
What? Why? Is it in color? Mine
Mine aren't in color.
Mine. It depends, I guess.
I wonder if they remember their dreams. I don't.
Ooh, that's a. This, I'm actually really excited for this topic because it's controversial.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Enzo's after something. Okay.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
So
It's probably a leaf.
probably, well, that's all he can muster the energy to go after these days.
So next time we'll be talking about dreams. Do they? When? You know,
Yeah.
all that.
Yes.
We're gonna kind of see what's out there. Now, you know what I should say.
Okay.
I always like to tell people. I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. I had a lot of caffeine this morning.
Oh, geez.
I know. With any information we give you, we really want you to consult your physician.
Yep.
Get yourself educated. When it's time to buy that puppy, get that puppy, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you know your beans.
Right.
You got to know what's going on for yourself. We're happy to provide any information we can. And vets are, I'm going to say, I won't say all, but for the most part, vets are always, I said always. Okay. So vets usually are willing to talk to you about things that you have concerns with. And if they don't have time, there's generally a vet assistant or a vet tech
Yes.
that would take the time to talk to you about any concerns you have.
Right.
So make sure to do your research and get your information. We're happy to provide whatever we know or we find
yes.
to help you folks out with anything you got going on with your dogs. But make sure to consult your professionals, trainers, vets, whatever you need.
Yep. Well, and on that note, if you have any questions or comments for us, feel free to email us, realtalkdogtalk@yahoo.com.
So, thanks for joining us, and we hope that you will be here for our next episode. And we will be talking about dreams.
Do they dream?
When do they dream?
How? Well, maybe no how, but anyway.
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye.